Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Refugee to Industrial Regent, Season 2. Well, I did say at the end of the last episode I'd figure out what was going on with these mariculture tanks. I've not been able to find a way to make them connect to each other directly. There is another type of tank from open blocks that will, but it requires obsidian, which conveniently can be made in an igneous extruder with water and lava. Now, I already pulled out about half of the lava from these lower tanks here. Actually, let me go ahead and get rid of that one as well. Yeah. And now I'm going to pull lava out of the upper tanks. Now, I did pull out a couple of buckets to repopulate my smeltery. It will be less of an issue once I get a bit more obsidian, or not obsidian, lava. But that will probably come once I get connected to my next lava pool, which is probably going to be a while yet, frankly. In the meantime, I can at least grab the obsidian, go ahead and put my fluiducts up. Also off camera, I went ahead and crafted this throw and dig spell, which is a projectile dig spell from Ars Magica 2. It has its uses, and I'll probably be making use of it along with the touch and dig spell as my main way of digging up small areas. If I misplace a single block, I can use one of these spells to sort it out. Alright, now let me get into my big white backpack. The first thing I want to get out of here is this iron and ferrous ore. This is going to be more alloy smeltering, and this combination of iron and ferrous ore gives me Invar, which I will need. Alright, but how about we start with this here. I'm going to turn the bricks into flower pots. Let me see if I can remember the, let me look it up real quick. So what I want to make is the planter from Mine Factory Reloaded. Oh, right, okay. One of the other things I did off camera was I made this raw plastic, which you start by smelting the raw rubber from a rubber tree into a rubber bar. You smelt the rubber bar again, and you get this raw plastic. And combining the raw plastic together gives you these rubber sheets. Now let me go ahead and put those like so. Not yet. Okay, right, that's what the gold was for. I need to make these redstone reception coils for the bottom. I may have made too many flower pots for the moment, but I may well have use to them later on. There we go. There is our planters, which I will go ahead and put up in the big brown backpack. Let's get our episode checklist, because I've got the planters. I've already made the temporary obsidian gen. Alright, let's grab some glass out of there. Turn it into some glass panes. Let's put some obsidian in the corners. Some glass panes the rest of the way around, and we get tanks from open blocks. I should have Invar in here, and I do. Enough for 2 full blocks, so let's go ahead and empty that out. In the meantime, let's see. The other thing I can craft at the moment. Not yet. There we go. Pneumatic servos. Now, previously, pneumatic servos have only been crafted as a component in the crafting of thermal expansion machines. For the first time ever, I'll actually be using pneumatic servos in their own right. Alright, first off, let's go ahead and turn the invar. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn them into 3 invar axes. And I need 3 more redstone reception coils. Right, yeah, it's gold on the bottom. And plastic sheets on the top. And unfortunately, because tools do not stack, I have to go through this reloading the tools each and every time. Well. Alright, and that gets the harvesters in play. And in case you are wondering, my plan for this episode, as soon as I get out to Petrola, is to build an automatic tree farm. I shall return once I get to Petrola. Alright, I am in Petrola. I'm going to go ahead and take out the planter and the harvester. I'm going to go ahead and dig up a place for the planter. Go ahead and get rid of this torch and plant the harvester there. Let me check my lighting. I'm actually okay on the lighting, I think. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Yeah, that's the wrong way. Well, that's easy enough to fix, though. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and put torches on the sides. This one shouldn't need it. Neither should this one, hopefully. Once I get it placed down. No, doesn't look like it. Good. Alright, let's see here. Crap. I had a feeling I was forgetting something. Which means this may not work quite as is. Do I want to run back to Byzantium quite yet? I don't. I would say no. Alright. Well, now that I've got my planters placed, I can place the initial saplings. They won't be planted quite yet. I want oak saplings in this planter. This one will take birch. And I'll go ahead and put these rubber saplings in here. Alright. But in order to run the planters and the harvesters, I am going to need some power. You know what? I'm going to go off camera. Probably build a little bit of building. It won't be too impressive, so I'm not going to bother time-lapsing it. And this is also my best opportunity to run back to Byzantium and make the upgrades I'll need. Let me show you the recipes for the upgrades before I do the... Let's see, upgrade. We can go from lapis to iron. The 2 farms at the bottom will use iron upgrades. The recipe is so. Raw plastic, gold nuggets, some redstone, and some iron. Up here, I think, am I going to want to use copper? Yeah, because I made 11 by 11. So it'd be copper in place of iron. But I shall return. Alright, so I've got my little power plant built. I might have overdone on the height of the smokestack. I can always bring that down a little bit later on. But, well, what is, you know? At this point, I'm pretty much done with the roof, so I probably be best served closing it up. I also use these as temporary stairs so that I can get up and down. But now that they're no longer needed, they've outlived their usefulness, I can get rid of them. Now I am going to go ahead and lay down these coke oven bricks. I'm going to start in this corner here. And I brought enough bricks for 4 coke ovens. There's one. I'm going to go ahead and put torches there, 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 and there, and get rid of the ones on the floor. There we go. Alright, now I also have this big brown backpack. Got full of energy conduits, fluid ducts, and item ducts. Now I think I'm going to need the item ducts more than either the fluid ducts or the energy conduits. For up here at the moment, I need more than anything else the item duct. So what I'm going to do is a little bit unusual. I'm actually going to go ahead and dig out the floor a bit. Go ahead and dig out that piece of wall as well. It's going to be a little bit of a trick. Yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that like so. Yeah. And I can also go ahead and see. Because here's the thing. These coke oven bricks do not use or produce power. So I will need to take care of that. And I'm also going to want to take care of, yes, even more item ducts. And I have to admit, I'm worried I may not have enough at the moment. Alright. Let's see here. This item duct needs to be in an output mode. And while I am at it, let me go ahead and grab some pneumatic servos. Yeah. So I've got a pneumatic servo here. See, that should be on output. And yeah, so signal is ignored. I'm not going to bother with the filter. And then on this one, we're going to once again disable it. I don't think I'm going to bother with the blacklist on that. Yeah, I'll hold on to the rest of these servos for the moment. Should I? Yeah, I will go ahead and install it. I also need to bring some oak wood out of my backpack. Yeah, let's go and get the servo. And we're going to whitelist it to oak wood. The redstone signal is not going to matter, I don't think. Alright. So how about we get number 2 in play here. Didn't want that. Okay. Something isn't right here. Drat. Didn't want that. Okay. I'll have to make a note of that for future reference. Still, let me fix that real quick. And actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and just get this sorted out the rest of the way off camera. I shall return once I have these coke ovens sorted out. Alright, so I've managed to get the coke ovens in place. I've also started laying the item duct out. And actually what I'm going to do is dig those two up the rest of the way. Let me think. Grab my backpack. Now, I have 8 barrels. So I think I'm going to go ahead and place my lights there and there. Alright, I'm actually good on the lighting at this point, aren't I? Yeah. Alright, so in an effort to save some space, I'm going to go ahead and put the barrels like so. And although, in fairness, I may not need this 8th barrel here because, well, here's the thing. The barrels are going to be, and this will not necessarily be the order they go in, oak saplings, birch saplings, rubber saplings, oak logs, birch logs, rubber wood, and raw rubber. There is an 8th for charcoal, but that's only generated out of these 2 lines up here. That will not connect to this line here. Now that said, I think I have, yes, I've got my tanks in here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them out like so. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work for me. I've got 4 extra, and that's okay. So, let me think here. There we go. And that's going to put the creosote oil from the coke ovens into this tank here. Now, let me see. Torch goes there to make sure we're well lit. Let me think here. I know I need the aqueous accumulator and the 2 steam dynamos. So, let me think here. If I put my aqueous accumulator here like so, let's see. Grab some stone bricks. There we go. I think we're going to be okay on that front. Let's see. I'm going to put the leadstone energy cell. Well, let me think. If it's out in this direction anyway, it might not matter so much. No, that wasn't where I wanted it, was it? There we go. Yeah. Start with the fluid ducts. Like so. Of course, it occurs to me that in light of that, that's probably not such a great idea. So I'm going to go ahead and actually move these barrels. Do I have to move that one as well? I might have to. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I will. I might not have enough item ducts to pull this off, at least not offhand. Yeah, at this point I'm pretty sure I will not have enough item ducts to quite pull this off. Let me think here. Let's see, if I put that like so. Let's see. Put a couple more fluid ducts there. Run those wires there, then I can put the steam engines there like so. Let me think here. Let me think. So let me go ahead and get rid of that because that unfortunately is in the way. Indeed. Alright. Anyway, I can go ahead and put that like so. Yeah, how about I do that like so? That's probably my best approach. And now I know I'm short item ducks. And I also want to make sure this item duct doesn't connect to that barrel. Well, no, I have to have that there to connect to that liquid duct. Alright. At any rate, I am short item ducts, so I'll need to run back to Byzantium and craft another stack. I shall return. Alright, I am back. I also took the liberty of bringing this leadstone energy conduit out. I am at the point where I need to dig this up a bit. Fortunately, not too far. That's probably far enough for now. Alright, so the idea is that's going to be an output. That's going to be an output. And I think it would make the most sense to connect those up. And then to that there. That should be an output. And I'll make that connection there. Let's go ahead and establish our first main line of the leadstone energy conduits. That's as far as I need to go with them. Alright, and I'm going to use the touch dig spell to clear this out a little bit so I can get the energy conduit underneath the harvester here. Which reminds me, I should probably put the upgrades in, but I'll make that the last thing I do. Alright. And then down here, let me think here. Alright, I know I need item ducts there. So let me go ahead and take care of that like so. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw a pneumatic servo on this. Put my cooked chicken up for the moment. Alright, and I want a whitelist on this, and since this is going to be for birch, I'm going to go ahead and whitelist birch saplings on that. And then I also want to get this leadstone energy conduit. And I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see. Yeah, just do that like so. And then the item ducts will go that way. I can go ahead and put the cobblestone back up, as well as the dirt. I will leave that central dirt open for the time being so that I can check what the planter is doing. Yeah, I'll put that last birch sapling back up as well. Let's see, next one over. Let me get a little bit closer. Let's see, there we go. Then make that connection down there. Let me think here. Alright. No, that's fine, that's fine. Wanted the energy conduit there. Alright. And let's see, a pneumatic servo on this one. And let me think here. Whitelist the rubber sapling. Go ahead and put the rubber sapling back up. And that should be this one configured. And once again, I can replace the cobblestone and the dirt. Didn't want to put that dirt up. And that's that sorted out, except for an issue I seem to be having under... Oh, right. Wait. Yeah. Not quite there, but yeah, there will work. Yeah. There we go. Got a similar story over here, except that I want to put that dirt back up. Up here is going to be slightly interesting. More than slightly interesting, actually. Because of the level at which I place this. There we go. Now, I can put the leadstone energy conduit like that, run that up like so. I suspect what I'd probably be better off doing is to run that like that, as opposed to like that. Because then what I can do is run that like so that I'm over the energy conduit. Let's see, another pneumatic servo. I want to whitelist, and I want to whitelist oak saplings. And now I'm going to get to, and very soon here, I will be able to run my first test. Let me get that cleaned back up a little bit. Double check my lighting. Come up with a way to get back up there. Yes, I know that's an issue with lighting there. I can't do much about it at the moment. So I'm going to go off camera. Look, I've brought some oak wood with me that I can use to kickstart my whatchamacallums, coke ovens. And after a bit, I should be able to get a good sense of whether this actually works. Because this is approximately untested. At least the steam dynamos are getting water. I shall return. Okay, I knew I forgot something. Let me begin by placing the copper upgrade in there, and then in there. And something tells me that ran me out of... No? I'm actually increasing juice, so I must be... I'm out of saplings. That one. Alright. Let's get the rest of the upgrades in there. At least I now know that the power generation component of it is working. No word yet on whether the rest is working. None of the trees have grown yet. And I didn't think to bring any bone meal with me, so I can't force grow a tree to see how things get loaded up. But, I mean, even with all of this, we are actually gaining... Oh, this is our first look. Alright. If I did this right, there we go. There's the harvester going. Alright. I want to see what it got. Saplings. Okay, I think it might have picked up the extra saplings. I hope it did anyway. And, okay, we are starting to see some creosote oil. Looks like I've got, give or take, 3 buckets. Some items, of course, still making their way here. Okay, the item ducts are not the fastest in the world. Okay, the saplings are going in here, so that part is working. And in about a minute or so, I should be able to see, hopefully, one of these barrels will have... I don't know how fast the item ducts are, to be honest. So it could be, you know, a bit more than a minute, even. trying to think. How long do I want to wait? Yeah, I shall return once I can verify that the birchwood does make it into the barrels. Oh, hey, or never mind. We've got a rubber tree. Ooh, and there's number 2. Are we still gaining power? We are, but okay, it halts. Okay, so it looks like the power needed to cut down a tree is exactly what's being produced. And there's our birchwood. So at this point, we've pretty much got confirmation of, well, one more test, actually. Now that we've got this harvester ready to go, I know sooner rather than later, these 3 will see, you know, the, one of these barrels will see the rubber wood and all that jazz. So we've got 61 and 63 at the moment. And that's at 59 and 59. So it looks like we've had a couple trees cut down already, and it is going in properly. So at this point, I think we've got a completely self-sustaining system. Just a reminder, oak wood goes into the coke oven bricks, which turn the oak wood into creosote oil, which goes into that tank there, and charcoal, which goes into the steam dynamos here. Steam dynamos generate power that go to the planters and harvesters. The planters plant saplings, rubber, birch, and oak respectively. And then the harvesters harvest the oak trees, birch and rubber respectively, and send the resulting materials to our tree farm maintenance center here, which I might have undersized a bit, but oh well. At any rate, let me go ahead and lock these 3 barrels. And I think we might be good to go. I could make a case for pipelaying the rest of them, but I won't worry about it quite yet. With that said, I will see you next time, everybody.